As many of you know, I have been on this media called YouTube since late 2007. And I have seen many persons come and go. Many of them were very, very good content creators presenting wonderful educational videos that only spoken from a historical reference, offering no opinion except history itself, of which is supposed to be taught in public school system or our colleges and universities of this nation. You do not see these videos anymore because they were taken down by Google, and they were taken down because of hate speech allegations, of which is a lie. This lies. False flag. But this happens because Google, as we know, is a pink or white-owned corporation. And of course, they do not want victims of pink racism to use their platform to inform the public of the evil of this nation and its people. You will hear many Caucasian people say, "That was a long time ago." That's one of their favorite lines. You never was a slave. We gave you civil rights. You don't need any reparations. We gave you food stamps, unemployment check. So you have the victims of a racist society just wanting to express their hurt and their pain, of which is true, that this nation admits and confesses to. In fact, we're not that far from the 1960s civil rights era, or what we call the Black Revolution. In fact, we now have Black Lives Matter, and one of the greatest incidents ever for a long time, the George Floyd killing. The thing about a perpetrator or a predator, they really want their victim dead. That's what they really want. So that victim cannot express what the predator or the perpetrator done, because they want to continue to go before the world and act like nothing happened and their goody two-shoe. You have senators who are still alive who voted to keep soul people, black people down. They agree with the dogs. They agree with the fire hoses on children and women. They agree with the lynchings across the nation. But now they put on this face, I've changed and I'm different. They don't want people to see who and what they really are. Now, people can change. Actions speak louder than words. We do not see, and we're not experiencing this so-called change. To make a long story short, the predator, the perpetrator, always try to paint themselves as the victim when the actual victim speaks out. So you have Caucasian people, white people call soul brothers and sisters, y'all racist, reverse racism, and all that nonsense. They do not want others to see them for who they really are. And this is the same analogy in this case. You have these two women who say, what did I do? What did I do? The same thing with this racist nation. What did I change? What did I do? What did I do? That happened a long time ago. And the reason why the racist nation and the reason why these women can say they can go on with their business. Why is he so upset? Why is black people so upset? Why y'all keep complaining? The United States can say that, and these women can say that because they are the beneficiaries. They benefit from their predator behavior. So it's easy for them to say, I can go on about my business. I don't bother him and blah, blah, blah. The United States can say, oh, well, that was a long time ago. You can easily say that because they are the beneficiaries of 400 years of slave labor. You are the beneficiary of my food stamps. You are the beneficiary of my credit cards. And then not only that, you dished out verbal abuse. The United States lynched black people, enslaved black people for 400 years, 300 years, Jim Crow, and the list goes on and on. Not only did you exploit us economically, but you abuse physically and verbally. And I would say and continue to say that this woman, Porkchop, there's no doubt, and if you listen to her talk, she happily did rape me. I was raped. But she do not want me and the United States of America do not want black people to speak out about our hurt and pain, about our true victimization. It does not make any difference whether we heal ourselves. We're not getting any help from the predators. We have the right to speak out and tell others about what happened to us. Black people, soul brothers and sisters in this nation, we have the right to speak out and tell the world, tell our children about what this nation done to our ancestors and continue to do to us to this day. I have the right to speak out and tell the world and tell social media what these two women done to me. Miss DooDooLady is a backstabber and a traitor, Do not trust her. Porkchop is the same. She's a child abuser, a potential murderer, a thief, and a rapist. The reason why they can so easily be silent and walk away is because they are the beneficiaries of their predator behavior. Just like the people that created them, the racist Caucasian people of this nation, created their mindset. Now, the only thing I do is make YouTube videos. That is not slander. That is not stalking. That is telling my story. And it is true. You bring no evidence. You bring nothing to the table to show that what I'm saying is slander. Nor do you show or bring any evidence that making a YouTube video is any kind of stalking. It's my story. I should have the right to tell the world what you done to me. Now, I would advise both of you. Now, the United States, because they refuse to heal the damage to a people that they cause, and they continue to bring hurt and harm to the once called American Negro in this nation, then, of course, they're going to continue to have racial problems because you don't want to do right by your victims. These ladies, I'm going to continue to tell my story, just like I tell my story about being exploited by Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. I'm going to tell that story about being exploited. Of course, the Nation of Islam, those brothers and sisters don't want to hear that. That's a personal problem. I know what was done to me. I know what these women done to me. Now, I would advise you that you better watch yourself, because the only thing I do and will ever do is make a YouTube video. That's it. I'm not interested in anything else. But you're going to run and engage the wrong person. You're going to parasite and you're going to leech. You're going to exploit the wrong person. And they're not going to make a YouTube video. They're not going to try to slander and stalk you on social media. They're going to take the law into their own hands. So I would advise you that you need to stop exploiting people and leeching off people. But these two women are very nasty, vulgar, hateful kind of people, arrogant, selfish, self-righteous. That's not my problem. We know the consequences of this type of behavior. And the United States is suffering, could be doing much better if this nation was just and fair to the once called Negro descendants. It would be a much better nation, and you could progress much further and look much better in the eyes of the world. But that's your choice.